Hello friends, I'm JT Moriarty, avid writer and reader. This is the start of my new video log series, SimpleVids about books. I read books, I write books, and I'm a huge advocate for reading. I have a master's in writing and try to read at least 12 books a year, keeping to about one a month on average. I know that the best way to promote reading is to read myself, so I'm going to be sharing my reading list with you this year and going through it month by month, book by book. I'll also be going through books that I read back in 2020 and 2021, although 2021 was a trash bag burner of a year that we all wish hadn't happened. Oh well. I'll be uploading about one video a week and occasionally promoting my own books as I finish them. I'm an indie publisher, and as of today I have one book published, the science fiction masterpiece, The Full Life of a Robot. Do we have a graphic for that? Okay, good. No, please move that. There would do. That's fine. I wondered one day what would happen if you put a robot in a very human situation, and the rest just came to life. Our hero robot begins life as a replicated human family unit, but one day it wakes up and finds the rest of its family are gone. What's going on here? The Odyssey, my robot then goes on, asks many deep philosophical questions about life, the universe, and everything, what it is to be a robot, what it is to be a human. So if you like Philip K. Dick, definitely his stuff, or enjoyed like The Bicentennial Man by Asimov, then this is right up your alley. As of the end of January, I will have 2 books published when I release A Machine of Blood, which is Full Life of a Robot Part 2. Do we have a graphic? Okay, that's clearly the Machine of Blood, and it looks like I've dipped out of straight robot into kind of robot gruesome horror. I'm not sure, but I'm curious. But our hero's adventure continues in a new form, and we take a look at events from his friend's point of view. Wix, the impervious robot. She's the red one she's in the first one a bit, and let's just say she was a lot of fun to write. So I'll have a link down below so that you can purchase book 1, give that a read, nice and cheap at 99 cents, and book 2, look every day to see if I post the pre-sale, because that'll be up within a week, definitely. But enough about me and my writing. I'll tell you more as I post more videos about my background and what I'm interested in, what I read. So let's take a look at my reading list for 2020. Cue the music. We don't have enough money for music. Sorry, just enjoy my heavy breathing on this mic over.
And here's all the books themselves. We begin with Neuromancer by William Gibson, written in 1954. At least we think so anyway. And we move on to The Price of the Stars, written by Deborah Dole and James D. MacDonald for February. March, we flit over to The Lovely Delightful Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, a classique. Then we get into Book 5 of the Bulgariad for April, written by David and Lee Eddings, Enchanter's Endgame. Then we move over to the second book in the June series, June Messiah by Frank Herbert, who wrote about 6 of them before he died. And then finally, Frankenstein, to finish off the first half of the year in June. This is the first science fiction book, so I really feel like I should have read it before now. But there you go. From there, we pass on to the second half of the year, beginning in July with Dreams of Stone by Jonathan Wiley. This is book 1 of part 3 of a long series. It's a complete potshot. I saw it and liked the front cover. In August, we've got The Sojourn of Crowthorne by Simon Winchester. I've got this because I lost my last baby tooth last year when I was 30-something. It's a different story entirely. Then over here for September, I've chosen Dragon Quest by Mccaffrey. It's my favourite series that I've started recently, and really good. You should read it too. In October, we got Carson McCullens, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. In November, I've chosen Emma by Jane Austen. In 2020, I read Pride and Prejudice and really enjoyed it, so I thought I'll give her another go. And this is actually an old tatty book. You can see how eaten the corner is. Like, I feel like I shouldn't read it, but at the same time, it's a bit of a brag. And then that leaves us with December and one of the scariest books I've ever read, Lord of the Flies by William Golding. He was an actual teacher, and he was watching kids play and fight in the playground, and he wrote this book. and I have never actually been as scared reading a book, and this isn't even supposed to be horror.
There you have it, my 12 books for the year. Being the 1st of January, I'm reading Neuromancer by William Gibson. This book should be familiar to anyone who's interested in science fiction and certainly cyberpunk, as this is where everything started. Written in 1984, quite a nice year if I'm honest, it preceded quite a few things that you'll think, oh, they just copied The Matrix. You know, as good as it is, The Matrix definitely copied this. But I won't go into depth about Neuromancer just yet. I have to read it first. This will be a reread for me. I read it about 20 years ago, and it's next week's topic, so join me again then. Make sure you like and subscribe and press the stupid little red bell so that you get told when the next video pops up. It'll really help grow my channel, and I'll genuinely appreciate it. Anyway. I'm Moriarty. What have you read lately?